Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the David Hammond YouTube channel. This setup, I'm kind of laughing just because of how funny it is. Like the things YouTubers do to get little nice shots like this. This took me like half an hour to set up. I'm just moving back and forth, but not complaining. We love it. It's all part of the process. Anyways guys, in this video, we are speaking, you read the title of Why Productivity is a Lie. Now initially I was going to break this video down into 3 sections like I always do, but honestly I kind of just want to talk and chat with you guys. I just don't think this needs to be broken down. Like I just want to keep it, you know, super real and just what's on my mind. So let me explain what inspired this video. You know, why, David, why would you even talk about this? Isn't productivity an amazing thing? And I'm going to get to that. I think because of 2020, you know, the rise of that, January, New Year's goals and all things like that, productivity or setting goals and objectives has been at an all-time high, which is amazing. I think setting goals and being productive, you know, in context is an amazing thing. And I'm not against that, okay? I'm not bashing that. Here's the main thing though, and here's why I need to make this video. I think the word productivity in and of itself, or the whole notion and scheme of productivity in the digital world gets very skewed. Very, very skewed. And the problem with this is it almost becomes stigmatized, where if you are not constantly being productive, it's kind of like hustle culture. If you're not constantly being productive, whatever this word means, then you're a failure, then you're not moving forward, then you should feel bad about yourself. And this is why it's so dangerous, okay? To me, in this video, I want to explain what productivity means. I think where we should really launch from a strong foundation and base, and how we really shouldn't be getting attached to these labels. So, in a nutshell, I think productivity is bullshit, and I think that I really don't think you were ever productive or you're ever not productive. You just always are, okay? Now, if you guys saw the Stoic philosophy video or the non-duality video, then you kind of know my take on labels or objectives. Does that make sense? You know, the word productivity, or really what that's implying, is that you were constantly in 2 states. You were either productive or you're not. So if you were working, you are productive. If you were sleeping, you are not. If you are grinding, you are productive. If you're chatting with friends, you are not. And I really think that's dangerous, because living in a world with labels and dualities will cause suffering, period. Because that means 50% of the times you're right and 50% of the times you're wrong, right? The second you label yourself with not being productive, you're fucked. You're going to be miserable, okay? In a conscious or unconscious way, because of hustle culture and, you know, the word productivity and why you always have to be productive. And I really think that this, alongside many things, is very dangerous. You kind of have to think of it like this, you know, it's very hard to say what's being productive and what's not. You could be hanging out with friends and talking about life, and through that come up with the best idea, the best business idea to help you launch forward in all areas. Where you could be grinding and hustling and being productive, reading all your books and assignments and doing all these things, and be straining yourself, coming up with nothing, dreading life, burning yourself out. Does that make sense? So when we get caught up in these labels, that's when a lot of havoc really takes place. You are constantly in a state of productivity. You are constantly being productive, always. Whether you're taking a shit on the toilet or whether you are finalizing and hitting the last note key of your final essay, you are always being productive. You are in a constant state of productivity. It is just how we are. You're in a constant state of productivity and you're in a constant state of non-productivity. There is no flip on off switch. And the reason, coming full circle, I make this video, not just with productivity, but with like anything that is of the hustle culture, as far as, you know, constantly grinding, constantly working, you will set yourself up for failure. You're going to burn out. You really need to understand that life just is gray. There's no such thing as black and white in life. You know, I'll relate this to fitness, and I'll come full circle, as I know this is kind of all over the place. If you guys are into fitness and you understand this, then you understand there's 2 main phases, okay? There's a catabolic and an anabolic, or a catabasis and a growing, a decaying and a building up, okay? So when you're in the gym, prior to what most people think, you are actually being catabolic. When you're in the gym, you are actually breaking down your muscle fibers, right? You're not growing when you're working out. And if you lift, you understand this. Or when you're training or doing anything, you're actually breaking down. The becoming or being anabolic or growing happens when you rest, when you sleep. So that in and of itself implies that being productive or working is technically backwards. Does that make sense? I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. I don't really know where I'm going. But at the end of the day, I just want you guys to know that you are constantly being productive. You always have been. Even if you're resting, if you're taking weeks or months off, you are still productive. You are just as productive as you were writing that final essay or creating that final video. There's no on and off switch. It's just who you are. And that's with everything in life. You know, I say this because I've been there myself. I've lived in the world with labels and dualities as far as I'm a good boy today, I'm a bad boy today. Trust me, don't do it. You're gonna be miserable. Everything just is. Don't judge yourself. If you take a week off, you take a week off. Relate this with the gym. You take a week off the gym, you take a week off the gym. You take a month off, you take a month off. When you do something long enough, you rid yourself of this black and white or yes or no. You just are. Okay, so hopefully that can make sense to you guys. Hopefully that can help so a lot of you guys don't burn out or beat the shit out of yourself, because I've been there. It's not fun. It's not ideal. It's not going to help you in any way. Love yourself. Care about yourself. Take breaks. Don't judge yourself. Be okay. Have high expectations for yourself, but allow yourself to breathe, okay? I know this video may sound backwards or contradicting. This is just how I think. If you guys want, you can check out the non-duality video or the Stoic philosophy video. Kind of more stuff based on that, and hopefully that can help. If you guys did like it, please do give it a thumbs up, comment, let me know your thoughts, if you agree, if you disagree, etc., etc. And yeah, I love you guys. Hope it helped. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or I don't know when I'll see you, but the next video. Thanks. Much love. Peace.